There's a shortcut to more commissions and bigger paychecks, bigger commission checks. I'm going to share them, what they are in this video. My name is Patrick Jones, and I went from $0 in my bank account, literally zero, to having earning $1.4 million in W-2 commissions on commission only. I did that by mastering mastery, by mastering sales, mastering myself, and accelerating the progress to mastery. And in this video, I'm going to share with you a behind the scenes training that I did with my program, my mentorship program called the Sales Savage Accelerator. So you'll see the actual program, the people actually engaging in the program. And I teach them the 5 levels of mastery, meaning to shortcut to hit double, triple, and quadruple your own commissions. What's required is you to get to mastery now. Now, the problem is most sales reps think they have to do more reps to get mastery. And that is a big fat lie. More reps does not mean mastery. There's a level 5 of mastery that I teach in this training that you're going to want to watch so you can apply it so you can get results even faster to not only be the top rep, but stay the top rep and hit consistent big commission checks. Now, if you're watching me and you're like, you know what? I want to accelerate my own progress. If you want to accelerate your progress and master sales at a level that you're hitting 10, 20, 50, 100,000 a month, just like I did, being a $100,000 a month commission closer multiple months in a row, I've got the path for you. I've got the process for you, and I've got the acceleration maps for you. Go click below, follow me on Instagram, follow me more on this channel, but more importantly for mentorship, go to savagecloser.com, apply, and I'll see you on the inside. For now, enjoy this video, apply what you see, take some notes, and get after it. There's 5 levels of mastery. So like this program is called the Savage Sales Accelerator on purpose. The word accelerator means what? What does that mean to you, Gian? Accelerator.
Speed up.
Speed up. Faster. Yeah. Faster. Right? So the fastest way to $100,000 a month. Because a lot of frames I'll be entering with you guys, and you'll have the SOPs, the visuals, and we'll implement them. But the fastest way, the fastest way is to lead. Is to lead. Okay, so there's 5 stages of mastery here. So this is not about, yes, we're talking closing, yes, we're talking life, and I'm going to always mix both of them, right? But the fastest way, so many people hit 1% closer for a day, for a month, for a week. I'm top. But how do we sustain that every month? How did I hit the top, number 1 out of 100 in the largest sales agency in the planet, in the remote space for 2 years in a row? Everything, I'm giving you everything. But part of that's going to require to lead it. Lead what I'm sharing with you. To lead it. Because the highest level of mastery is teaching. So if I share a concept to you, if you teach it the next 10 minutes, hour, 2 hours to somebody else, and then you coach them on it, you've just mastered it. I'm working backwards, there's 5 levels. You've skipped all the 4 steps of the learning and the unlearning because you just taught it. Does that make sense? This idea that you have to do 20, 50, 100 reps is a lie. It's not true. If you can teach me what I just taught you, you've just mastered it because you've embodied it. Mastery is embodying the thing because you can teach it just like that. So starting next week, we're going to go deeper into the pit-to-peak emotional identity framework. And within 30 days, all of you are going to be teaching this shit and fucking mastering this shit. You're going to be teaching everybody. Right? You should be teaching everybody. Otherwise, you haven't mastered it. We're going to master sales within 60 days. Right? 60 days, like full mastery. You're going to be able to teach the process. You're going to be able to draw it out on an iPad, the process, take prospect through the process, but all this starts with mastery. Okay. So I don't just do it, I teach it and I lead others in it, is the mindset. I don't just do it, but I'm teaching others naturally, right? Now let's go back into the different stages. Stage number one, and this has slightly blending in the 5 levels of awareness. Number one is unconscious incompetence. I don't know that I don't know. Similar to the 5 levels of awareness, of the shadow awareness, but slightly different. I don't know what I don't know. So even what I'm dropping right now, how many of you knew about this the 5 stages of mastery? Also, this is a concept. It's not mine. I didn't invent this, but the 5 levels of change. How many of you heard that? 5 levels of change. Okay. Dion, have you heard that before? The 5 levels of change? No. So you were with this, you were in stage number one, which is you don't know what you don't know, or you're unaware of what's there. And in terms of a shadow, you're unaware the shadow is actually running the show. You just don't know what you don't know. So, like in a sales process, if you didn't know in sales that you're getting these 3 same objections, but you're unaware what's causing it, like, and you keep getting the fucking objections, you don't know what you don't know, right? And so, in that case, you're in stage number one. Okay. Stage number two is conscious incompetence. You know that you don't know. So you're actually aware that you don't know. Like now you're aware that you didn't know the 5 levels of change, of transformation, of accelerating your results. All this is about accelerating your results, right? Because when I land a concept to you, now you know the concept. Now I've just taught you a framework. That doesn't mean you can get a new result with it. It doesn't mean jack shit. You can even apply it. That does not mean you're going to get a different result. You will, but the highest level, the fastest result is teaching it. Because then you become it. It becomes your what? I fucking identity. Got that? Okay. Number 3 is conscious competence. I know how, but I have to think about it. Like you know how, but you got to think about it. So like Tyler and I have been doing some work together. Tyler knows how on some things, right? And but sometimes he has to think about it, right? Or he's asking me for the how. How do I do this? You're so aware conscious that you're so aware consciously, right? But you get stuck there because you want to know how. So this is like you're aware that something's off, like you freeze intention and stress. You're aware that you freeze when a prospect says something to you specifically, like they say, I just want to think about it. Like you're aware that you freeze, right? But you don't really know what to do. Makes sense? Yeah, cool. Like you're just fucking frozen. You're thinking about it. All right. Stage number 4, unconscious competence, which is where you do it without thinking. This is like me driving. I'm on the road, I'm driving, and I'm able to actually drive and I'm not thinking about it. In fact, my son, he's 16, and my other one's 15. And my 16-year-old now drives at stage number 4, unconsciously competently. He just passing his driver's testing. He's really good. I'm impressed in 4 months. My other one's 15. I took 4 days ago. I took him on the road for the first time. So having in a graveyard or in a whatever. And he was like freaking out, like, how do I drive like you, Dad, where you pick up your phone, you put it back down, you're drinking a cup of coffee. That's because that's the unconscious competence. Okay, you're doing it without thinking, it's integrated. So like if I give you Jake, a framework to overcome a fear objection, right? That like for you to master it is to teach it. And the more you teach it on the level 5 and train it, the better you become at it automatically. Now, below that requires you to rep it out like 3, 4, 5 times a week, reps. So to attain mastery, to accelerate results, we have to hit level 4 and level 5 and skip level 1 through 3. Okay, because most people get stuck in level 1 through 3. And what that's going to require is us to show up to these trainings every single week, not negotiable, right? If you can't make it, you'll let the group know. And that's one of the group agreements we'll talk about later. If you can't make it, let us know. Let us know. Just post that you can't make it. Like something came up. Or you don't even need to put a reason. Yeah, Gian.
Just to recap, Coach, are you saying that the fastest way to getting to 4 and 5 is to teach and embody the whatever it is?
Correct. Yeah, fastest way is to teach in a body. So now we're going to pause right here. Okay. And Tyler, actually, let's go with uh, Alessandro. I want you to teach us the 5-step framework. Go. You have 60 seconds. Teach us the 5 steps and teach us like you're actually like you're a teacher and you're actually teaching us. You're opening up with what this is, why it's important, right? Why this matters. And I want you to talk to salespeople. We're
Yeah,
salespeople.
sorry. What's
Okay.
the,
And then
I have,
teach the 5 steps.
okay, I'm only aware of 4 steps.
Okay. Step number 1 is unconscious incompetence.
Yeah.
Step number 2 is conscious incompetence.
Okay.
Stage 3 is conscious competence.
Yeah.
Stage 4 is unconscious competence.
Yeah.
And stage 5 is teaching, is mastery, is where the highest level is teaching and training. I don't just do it, I teach it.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So Tyler, I don't even know how to begin to start this. I'm just
All
gonna
right.
go.
60 seconds. I'm Tyler, I'm going to have you to be the time clock and 30 seconds in, let them know, and then 10 seconds in, let them know. So without thinking about it, I want you just to teach us what this is, why you're teaching us to it, and then teach the 5 steps. 3, 2, 1, go.
Yeah, when it comes to learning anything, actually, a good example is my daughter Maxine, teaching her to ride a bike. She needs to focus on balancing all these other pieces, which is this when it comes to 4 stages of learning or mastery, 5 stages, she's unconscious that she's incompetent. And then as I start teaching her how to do it, she then becomes conscious that she doesn't know how, which is the second layer, which is conscious incompetence. And then as she starts to get practicing and understanding of that, she then becomes aware that she doesn't know what she's doing, which is, uh, sorry, uh, she becomes aware that she's starting to get it, which would be conscious competence. And then stage 4, once she becomes familiar, she can turn, she can read signs and road signs. Now she's riding the bike without thinking about it, which would be conscious, unconscious competence. And therefore, if she wanted to, she could teach one of her friends
Time.
how to ride a bike.
Okay, cool. Feedback. Everyone give Alessandro feedback. Anyone can share feedback. What didn't work? What didn't work about that?
I think he went into the explanation before the actual title. He started
Hmm.
using a story before explaining the principle.
Hmm. Yeah. Feedback's feedback. My quick feedback is just get to the point.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's go, Yimin, 30 seconds. Teach us and tell us the 5 steps. Go.
5 stages of confidence, and this is going to be important for you to know and learn quickly. So, first step is unconscious incompetence. Imagine you're riding a bike, and you just start, everything's awkward, you don't really know what to do next. Right? Next step is going to be consciously competent, where like, okay, you know that you're just new, but like you have things to improve, you know what to improve next. Step 3 is going to be conscious competence. You're like, okay, yep, okay, starting to get it, starting to get it. You can ride the bike, but like you're paying attention to it, you're conscious about it. And then step number 4 is unconscious
Time.
incompetence, where it's second
Okay.
nature.
Jake, 15 seconds. Go. You're on mute.
You're
We'll
on
start
mute,
over.
bud.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right, guys. So think of this as a pyramid. So at the very bottom is unconscious incompetence, which is like when you first get in the car, you got no idea what the fuck's going on, or the buttons to press. Then the next level up from that is conscious incompetence. You kind of know what to do, but you don't do it. And then you've got conscious competence, where you have to think about what you're doing, but you are getting very competent at it. You're getting very good at it, but you still have to
Time.
think about it to do
21
it.
seconds. Okay. So being able to spit this out in frameworks is important. So I created a new framework: awareness, understanding, application, integration, and embodiment. Awareness, application, awareness, understanding, application, integration, and embodiment. The 5 levels of change. If anyone wants to accelerate the results the fastest, these are the 5 stages. Stage number 1 is awareness. Stage number 2 is understanding. Stage number 3 is application, integration, and embodiment. The fastest path to accelerate double, triple, quadruple your money, business, or commission is go right to level 5 and teach the shit that you fucking just learned. That's 15 seconds, maybe 18. So I'm going to stop right here and pause. Toby, what's your biggest takeaway here? And it could be anything. What are you taking away right now?
Biggest takeaway. I wasn't aware about like the fifth one, like embodiment. I knew about the other ones.
Yeah.
But the last one is like an additional one, but it's yeah, I like it because if you teach something, you have to really know the ins and outs. And yeah, you're reinforcing what you're teaching even more into your subconscious. So yeah.
Yeah. And it's crazy because I've taught a lot of shit that I had no knowledge about. A lot of shit. In fact, I probably have 3,000 live videos on Facebook from 2008. No, I'd say 12 when Facebook came out till about 2020. I've got about 1,000. I would just learn something and teach it. I learned this concept about 10 years, 15 years ago without even knowing that I was doing it. But I would just learn something and then I would just teach it. And then my people were like, you're changing so fast and evolving so quickly. It's because every time I learned something, I would just teach it. And then I became it. The problem that happened though is that I lost my own identity when I started doing that. I started teaching Tony Robbins stuff like 5 years ago and like now becoming him. And I lost Patrick. I lost leader Patrick. Right. So yes, it's important to emulate people and frameworks and things and teach it. But now that you all are aware of your shadows and the parts, like you've stepped into 2.0, like just know that you won't get lost. That was me. That was my journey. That was my journey. But know that that's also an important thing to be aware of. So fastest way is teaching. I say that because a lot of this program is embedded in teaching and training and coaching others. So if for example, if somebody's late to a meeting and I give you a tool to renegotiate and that person didn't use it, just by you calling them forth to use the tool does what for you? Ignites you to that you're going to use the tool, right? You become the coach, right? Because you can spot it and it's also part of you and then you use it. And so this is how we accelerate. Any questions before we move on this? Just want to land that concept on
Yeah,
this
just
framework.
not a question, coach, but I think that's such a radical view because like most people they want to embody it and then they can teach it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true. So what are you seeing open up with that, Gian? With they want to embody it and then teach it. What are you seeing open up for you?
It's like which one comes first, the chicken or the egg, but it's actually the other way around. Like you're faster, you'll embody it faster if you start teaching it and coaching it.
Exactly. Yeah, totally. Just start teaching it. Yeah, and not know and step into the unknown of what you don't know and be willing to fuck it up, but they don't know. And you're still learning from that fuck up, from that it's feedback. It's like, oh, then you go through your call again and you audit it and you get better. So a lot of this, I'm framing it because we're going to be doing some call reviews today. I'm not going to teach you the framework yet. Eventually I will, not yet, right? You'll have the framework. You'll all be doing your own call review audits on each other to the point of mastery. That is my aim. So you get better and they get better. you may become fucking sales trainers in 3 months. I don't know. Like everybody else. No, that's not the goal, but that's the level you want to get to.